Are you trying to figure out exactly where you should move in the Denver metro area? Well, today I'm gonna go over the top 3 reasons Southeast Aurora might be for you and your family. If that's something that you're interested in, go ahead and keep on watching. This is Colorado Living. I'm Nicole Baker, and today we're going to be talking about exactly that, the top 3 reasons you should be moving to Southeast Aurora. And before we get started, I have to let you guys know I'm a licensed realtor here and I help people relocate to Denver, Colorado all the time. And if you are interested in that, my number is popping up and my email as well. I love hearing from you guys and I love setting you up for success when moving here. So go ahead and reach out to me, but let's go ahead and get started on the top 3 reasons. Before we get started in today's video, I have to let you guys know I do live actually in Southeast Aurora. So hopefully that helps you guys with all the opinions that I'm saying. They are my true opinions. I live here and breathe here every single day. So I truly know what it's like to live in Southeast Aurora. So hopefully that helps you decide on whether or not Southeast Aurora is for you. The number one thing that we're gonna be talking about is how Southeast Aurora is more of a sneaky town. So when I say sneaky town, I mean a low-key area. There's not tons and tons of activity going around. It's very quiet and peaceful over here. And I don't want people to think that Southeast Aurora is, in the middle of nowhere, because it's really not that serious. It is close to everything. So you're still close to Denver. You're about 30 minutes from Denver. You're about 30 minutes from the airport. So you are very close to everything. It is super suburban lifestyle, but that is something that I love about it. There's not a lot of traffic. You don't have to deal with a lot of people. Pretty much the only people that should be in Southeast Aurora are truly the people that live there. It's not like convenient location where people are kind of passing through a lot of the times. So that's something that's really nice if you don't like a lot of traffic and you don't like the busyness. And I think that's what a lot of people are looking for when they are looking for that suburban lifestyle, is not a lot of people, but still close to everything that you need to get to. One thing that I have noticed with being in a sneaky town is there's not a ton of places for food. If you like to go out to eat a lot, there are some, and I'll go over some of those as well, but there's not like tons and tons of food places to pick from. And typically a lot of the food places do close pretty early here, unlike, the city where things are a lot more active. So there, of course, the restaurants are gonna stay open later. A lot of the restaurants here, they do close at 8, 9. I mean, even like the McDonald's, it's not like 24 hours or anything like that. So if you do go out to eat a lot or go out to eat late, you are gonna be limited on your options that are actually in Southeast Aurora. But again, you're about 30 minutes from Denver. So if an Uber or just driving out there for the night is something that you don't mind, then Southeast Aurora might be for you. But going into what exactly is here for food, you have Southeast Aurora has the Southlands Mall. So Southlands Mall is essentially, it really has everything that you could need. So you have your grocery stores, Sam's Club, you got Buffalo Wild Wings, you have some of the smaller mom and pops, you have a couple coffee shops, and then you also have stores like Sephora, Victoria's Secret, Tilly's, American Eagle. So you really have tons of options. A lot of the times too, they throw little events in there. There's like a green belt kind of thing, like right in the middle. And they throw a couple different events there throughout the year. They also make it a little skating rink during the winter time, which I think is really cool for a lot of families to enjoy that. Again, they do a few different events there, which are fun if you don't necessarily want the hustle and bustle of like all the events that go downtown, but you still want to be able to go out occasionally with your family or friends. That is definitely an option for you at the Southlands Mall. Moving into the second reason why I think Southeast Aurora might be for you is the more mild weather that you get to take advantage of here in Southeast Aurora. So instead of being closer to the foothills, which is closer to the Rocky Mountains, so really anything west of, I'm like trying to map it out, I don't know my directions. Anything west of I-25, I'll pop up a map so you guys can see that. That is going to be considered like the foothills, and typically what you're going to see is, because you're closer to those Rocky Mountains, is the weather is definitely a little bit colder whenever it's snowing. You have those more extreme weather sides on that west side of the I-25. Unlike the east side of the I-25, where you do not have to experience as much snow and rain and all of the fun things that Colorado has to offer sometimes. When it gets pretty bad, it's not fun to have, you know, a foot of snow, which is rare. Again, you guys see it in my weather videos, but even when it is rare, I would rather not have to deal with that as much. Nice little sprinkle of snow, pretty snow on the ground for a little bit, that's always fun, but we want it to be more mild if we can, and we can take advantage of that in the Southeast Aurora area. So Southeast Aurora is literally the city that is going to be pretty much as far east as you can get, really, until you start getting into those more rural areas. But Southeast Aurora is awesome, like suburban life, and as southeast as you can really get. So that's really nice. Even going down to a little bit more towards the mountains and a little bit more south, you are like Parker, for example, you're gonna even experience a little bit colder weather. I do go down to Parker quite a bit, and I always notice it's a little bit colder, or it's always raining there or something like that. Granted, I love Parker, probably where my next house is gonna be, but I sometimes am like, thank God it's not snowing here, or vice versa, whatever, because Southeast Aurora does take advantage a little bit more of that mild weather. All right, next thing is going to be the school districts. So in Southeast Aurora, you actually can take advantage of one of the top school districts in Colorado, Cherry Creek School Districts. That is, you know, they're rated pretty high up there on the Colorado standard. So again, niche.com can kind of tell you more information about the schools if that's really important to you guys, and what exactly those schools offer. You know, these are all just what niche.com says, but I have heard from a lot of people when they move here, they really want to be in that Cherry Creek School District. So if that's the case, Southeast Aurora might be for you. A couple other areas that do have some pretty good schools is going to be, so Douglas County is another really good school option if you're interested in that, based off of niche.com. Castle Pines, Castle Rock, Lone Tree, I think, is in that school district. Again, Southeast Aurora, parts of Parker, just depending on where you are in there. They have some really good school options, so if that's important to you and your family, go ahead and look into those areas. Last but not least, and a little bonus one, is Southeast Aurora actually has some amazing options for larger homes for better pricing. Just because it is a sneaky town, it's a little bit pulled back from all the amenities of downtown and like more food options and things like that, you can take advantage of some pretty nice, beautiful, big houses for cheaper than you can get anywhere else. That is something that draws, I think, a lot of people over to the Southeast Aurora, and even if they didn't think that they wanted to live here, they really start looking at it once they figure out the pricing and what you can get in this area. Most of the time people are looking in, let's say, Highlands Ranch, Littleton, Castle Rock, Parker, and somehow, some way they don't think they might be interested in Southeast Aurora, just because I don't know exactly why. They're thinking Aurora as a whole, and I've shown you guys on the map before, but Aurora pretty much takes up the whole right-hand side of the state, and it is completely different from like North Aurora and Southeast Aurora have a completely different feel to them. And I think that's what a lot of people are thinking when they don't want to move to Southeast Aurora, but they don't know Well, they're thinking Aurora, not thinking Southeast Aurora. So once I show them and tell them exactly where that is and they see what they can get for the price, they are more than willing to check it out, and it is a really good option for a lot of people. Alright guys, that's it for today's video. Hopefully this helps solidify your decision whether or not Southeast Aurora is for you and your family. And if it did, if you could shoot me a like, or if you just felt this video was valuable, if you could shoot me a like, it really helps me out. Also, if you're looking for more content like this, subscribe below. I make new videos every Monday and Wednesday. But I want to let you guys know one last time, I help people relocate to Denver. I relocated here and it is very, very stressful, and I want to help as many people as possible relocate to this beautiful state. So my number's popping up. Feel free to reach out to me. My email is also going to be there. So text, call, email anytime. I love hearing from you guys, but until next time, I'll see you later. Bye.